Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing the test drives. We've got the Grotte Cheetah here first. This is a classic car released from the very beginning of the game. So I guess let's get straight into the test drive. Okay guys, so I'm not gonna lie, the car could be better at braking, but the corners are not so bad. I think durability on the car could also be a bit more of an improvement. I know I never talk about that, but it is what it is. But you got another thing you got to be aware is that this car has been released from the very beginning of the game, so it's not going to be expected to take the best beating, if you know what I mean. So, would I recommend this car? Yeah, I mean, I like the cars that are old. You guys know me, I'm a sucker for the old cars, but yeah, I like this car personally. I've never hated this car. I never had any problems with this car. So yeah, I'd say go for it. It's mainly for the looks, but you know, but to be fair, all cars you'd be getting in this video are for the looks. I don't personally think it matters how fast they are. As long as you've got a good looking car, I think that's all that matters. So let's move on to the next one. We've got some pretty decent cars today. Okay, next car we've got here is the Trafale Adder. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this car looked good? Alright, that's enough of that. Let's move on to that and let's get on with the test drive, eh? The memories of this car. This car, well, I want to throw in this little extra. I didn't crash in that whole thing, so I'm going to add that as an extra bonus. But still, the car, it turns well, it brakes well, but this car has some history. This car, you used to be able to get this car for free, actually, but you couldn't store it in your garage. You could drive it around for stuff back in the days where when GTA first came out. I might even be able to show you around roughly where it was when you could get the car back in the days. Hang on, let me find it. It was around this area right here. You could roughly find it around this area right here, I think. Anyway, the car, I liked where it turns, but I still think the braking could be better. Now, would I recommend this car? Yes, I would absolutely recommend this car because this car is an old car back in the day, so you guys know I'm a sucker for the old cars. And to be honest, it probably could be useful as well. I mean, look how small the windows are at the back. If you're lucky, maybe you could even drive backwards and shoot people, but I can't guarantee that's going to protect you. Anyway, I think this car is still pretty good to this day in this game. So let's move on to the next one. Okay guys, this is the Infernus, the Pegassi Infernus. This was a car released when the game came out, and you could also drive it in free mode. The only thing I wish they did, I wish they did this, and I hope they do this in the next update. I really hope they do. But they should make it so you could store any of these cars you find on the streets of Los Santos, because you're not going to get a profit from them, okay? I don't think you're going to get a profit with these cars. I think you should be allowed to store these cars in your garage for free. But nope, Rockstar won't let you keep a car that's 100 grand. Anyway, let's test drive this thing out. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I like the performance of this car. Overall, it's actually pretty good. But would I recommend it? I'm just gonna skip straight to the chase and say yes, because this car is an old car, and you guys know how much I like old cars. Um, but yeah, I would recommend this car. It performs well, brakes well, handles well, and it hasn't taken a beating. So I guess all I gotta say is I'd recommend it in 2023, even though it's a really old car. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, now I've got the 811. This is not an old car. This car was released later on. So, would I recommend this? Well, just watch the video and find out. Let's just try this thing out. Okay, guys, so the 811, I I don't like the way it turns, unfortunately. It's not very good on corners, but it does make up for it in the brakes. I really don't mind the brakes on this car. Um, it's quite fast for a car, but to be honest, that probably is why it's not very good on corners and whatnot. So I don't know, would I recommend this car? Yeah, I actually probably would, okay? Now, there is a reason behind that, and that's because I think this car would have some pretty decent upgrades for the car. So, that is sort of the only reason why I'm thinking you might want to consider this car, because it's not that bad on upgrades. But other than that, you know, it's probably not worth it. But I don't hate the car, but let's move on to the next one. I think from this point, I'm going to start doing cars by their class. So I'm going to start with the supers. We're nearly done with the supers. We've only got two more. And then we'll move on to the sports, I think. But anyway, this is the Progen GP1. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, the GP1 actually does perform pretty well. But looks alone, I just don't like the looks, unfortunately. I don't know what it is, I think it's just the front that's putting me off, but everything else I don't mind in the car, but the front is just making me... It just looks weird, okay? But performance, yes, it's good. It's good at turning, good at braking, handling is good, but would I recommend it? Probably not, because I just don't like the looks that much, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of the looks of this car, so let's just move on to the next one, and the last supercar of the day. Not the last car, but the last supercar of the day. So now we've got the Ocelot Penetrator. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, the Ocelot Penetrator can't turn at all. Can't take corners well, can't even brake well. So I'm gonna say no. Don't get the Ocelot Penetrator. I don't think this is worth it. Maybe it's just my driving, but I just don't think this thing is worth it. Let's just move on to the next one. Okay, so if my friend was here making this video, he would probably suggest to get this car because it's a convertible. But I would say, game over. This car is not worth the money. This car is not worth the money it's printed on. Like seriously, who would want this car? Name me one person down in the comments who would want this car. Anyway, let's test drive this thing. This is the 9F Calibra. I'm just going to say convertible because that's what I think it means. The OB90F convertible. Anyway, let's move on to it. This is the Grossi Italy GTO Stinger TT. What a long name for a car. But let's just shut this thing out. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this car is really good. I like the way this thing takes corners, I like the way it brakes, I like the way it handles. Everything about this car just is good. I might not brag about this, but at some point in this video, I might buy a car for me and my friend to do when he comes here, but that won't be for a while. But comment down below which one of these cars you would want me to do with my friend. One that he won't know anything about this, so you guys can comment down below and he'll have no idea. So let's move on to the next one. I'm probably going to buy this one, to be honest. I forgot to mention about this car. This is actually my personal one. It's not the car you're going to get when you first get it, you know? So you're going to have to upgrade your car to look better than mine. But good luck on that, because I think my car is pretty dang cool looking. I haven't said this yet, but the Ocelot Penetrator is the Diamond Casino car this week. So if you want to try with that, that's probably best to do it there. This is the Banshee, a car released right when the game started. And this car has had some modifications done to it as well. So if you wanted to get this car, you can take it to Benny's and you can get this thing upgraded there as well. But this car was released when the game first came out, and I think this is also another car you can find on the streets of Los Santos. So let's test drive this thing out. Okay, so this Bravada Banshee I think is worth it because this car could also be upgraded at Benny's. This car has good turning, it has good braking, and if you upgrade it at Benny's, I bet it would get even better than it is already. So yeah, I would absolutely recommend the Banshee in 2023. So let's move on to the next. Okay, so we've got the Visor Neo. Let's test drive this thing out. Okay, the Visor Neo. This car can perform okay around corners. Could be better, but the braking is alright. I mean, this just seems like another ordinary car to me, but when I first looked at it, I thought it looked like the Amorgon. A little bit like the Amorgon because of the backlights. Yeah, but I recommend this car. Well, I've never really upgraded this thing before, so maybe this could be a car I do in the future. But anyway, do I like this car? For looks, yeah, I'd say I like the look of it. So for looks, I'd say go for it, but it's not going to win you any races. So let's move on to the next car, the last sports car of today, but not the last car overall. We've got the Ocelot Lotus here. Let's just try this thing out. So I'm not gonna lie, the Lotus, it could be better on turning, but the braking is there. I do like the braking on this car. It handles alright. I do like the handling of this car, but if my friend is watching this video, I'm just gonna say it's not a convertible. Anyway, or is it? No, it's not a convertible. Anyway, this car. Do I like the look of it? Yeah, I actually kind of like the look of it. I'm not gonna lie. Um, so would I recommend buying it for performance? No, but for looks, yeah, I'd say get it. Let's move on to the next car and the last car of the day. It's a Double Bucci Rapid GT Classic. A long name for a sports classic car, but yeah, this is actually a sports classic car. At first glance, I thought this was a muscle car. Not gonna lie, but let's move on to the test drive. Okay, the Double Apache Rapid GT Classic. Still a long name, I know, but anyway, this car, I like the way it performs. I like the way it handles, but I still wouldn't recommend it. It just looks like a muscle car to me. I don't know why, but I guess I could say no. I don't want you guys to buy this car. But anyway, but that's not for me to decide. You can buy it if you want to. But anyway, okay, this is. I forgot the name of this car. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the car. Okay, so the Neo. Uh, to be honest, this might be hard to believe, but I actually wasn't paying too much attention to this car at all. This is not the end of the video. I still want to mention one more thing regarding a post I saw the other day. So let's move on to that now, and then we'll get to it. Okay, guys. So some of you may have seen this post, some of you may not have, but this is off Instagram, and this was a bit of a teaser towards the next Grand Theft Auto. But I'm gonna say this now. I don't think this. It's a long shot of it being GTA 6. I don't think. I don't know if this is going to be GTA 6, but I am going to tell you guys this. If this is GTA 6 related, I'm not getting GTA 6 straight away. If they announce what time or day that they're going to actually release the game, I'm not going to get the game straight away, but I will get the game, I think, in the future. The game will cost a lot of money, I'm not going to lie. The game for me is probably going to cost over $100, but still. This game, I'm not willing to get straight away. Now, I will tell you the truth on that now. I've never really believed GTA 6 exists. And to be honest, I'm kind of over it. Right? You kind of get over talking about GTA 6, and this is the one reason why I've never talked about this game on my channel. I don't want to be ending up like those clickbaiters like Saints fan, Mr. Boss for the win, more like Mr. Boss for the trash. But the point is, I would never mention anything like this because I don't want you guys to think of me as a clickbaiter. So I'm going to say this. I don't think this game is what it is. I think it's just... I just don't think it's GTA 6, unfortunately. But it could be, you know? So don't get your hopes up if it's not GTA 6, because I've got my expectations set very low for this game. So if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.